Going pretty great. Going pretty great. 30-minute traffic, but everything's all good.
I got 49
Ten-
minutes.
10 minutes away with fucking 40 minutes of traffic.
All right, so the moment people have all been waiting for.
Welcome, people. Welcome.
Welcome to the people that want to know what the fuck happened to Los Akiles. So I don't know who wants to go first, or Elvin, if you want to start, or
I'll start
Paco,
with
or-
a shot.
Oh yeah, let's start.
What's up, guys?
He's gonna
How's it
cry. He's
going?
gonna be the first one to cry.
We're here with my boy Caesar, my boy Andy, my boy Paco.
Sheesh. Haven't seen all you guys in a long
That's been
time.
a minute. It's been a
I
cool.
know he looks older.
Yeah, Caesar.
It's just the beard. It's
It's the
okay.
beard. He looks manlier, sexier. Yeah,
Sheesh.
the
See
sexy
that?
touch.
Pass me that. So people want to know what happened with Los Aquiles. You want to start first, Elvin, or you want me to go? I could go first.
Yeah, go for it. Go.
Yeah?
Go
Shot,
for it.
shot.
Mi compa se está dando un shot
Shot.
para iniciar la conversación.
So a lot of people want to know what happened to Los Aquiles. There's no like simple answer like as to what happened to Pacas, I believe. I didn't want to speak on it because I don't know. I feel like it's not my position to speak for him as to why. I feel like he deserve the fans deserve that. He didn't have to tell us why he was leaving. He could tell the fans why he was leaving if he didn't want to talk to us. But I feel like for me, what I think the reason why he left is that he was having a hard time balancing his personal life with his life as an artist, which is hard to do. Like life as an artist, people think that it's all easy and partying and stuff, but it's a lot of sacrifices that you have to do. Time away from your family. Like, come on weekends there's partying. There's girls everywhere. Like it's hard. It's hard to kind of do both, balance both of them.
Yeah.
And that's fine, if he wants to go and like just disappear like that, it's fine in a way, but I feel like he owed the fans, not us, an explanation.
Yeah.
So like if he didn't want to talk to us, it's fine. Like, okay, like he doesn't want to talk to us for whatever reason, it's fine, but at least the fans, they're the ones that listen to our music, the ones that support us. He should have said something to them. We've got a lot of questions that were coming our way, and I couldn't I don't know. It was hard for me to even say something because what he hears something that I say and he's like, oh, that's not the reason why I left. It's because fuck
Yeah.
Andy. You get me? Like I don't like
Yeah.
how Andy worked, or like this is the reason. Like that's why I feel like okay, so God gave us this gift to speak. We're able to speak to communicate with each other, to express our beliefs, our opinions, to express ourselves as individuals, so we can use that, to say, hey, this happened or this didn't happen, to defend ourselves. He should be using that. And God gave him two gifts. God gave him the gift to speak and to sing. He was one of the best singers. Like, to me, he's one of the best singers out there, because he's so versatile with the style. Like he could sing corridos, románticas, cumbias, whatever, like Maná and shit, like Sublime, like
Yeah.
whatever you throw at him, he'll sing it, and that's just
To see.
yeah, it sucks to see, like, it's just wasted talent, I hope that he's doing good out there. I really do. No matter what happened between us, it's like,
We wish him the best, to be
Yeah.
honest.
Yeah,
Yeah.
because maybe
Yeah.
that was the best decision for him, because maybe we wouldn't have progressed as easily with him trying to balance those two things, music
Yeah.
and his own personal life.
that's true.
It's hard. I mean, it's hard. I think we would not understand, but at the end of the day, we just have to keep moving, and life keeps going, and we have to keep going, because
Yeah. Hell yeah.
or else we ain't gonna fulfill our dreams. You get me? For somebody else
Yeah.
that
Elvin taking a shot. Elvin, remember Elvin? Elvin cannot drink tequila though.
Oh,
Bucanas
yeah.
is fine, but tequila, his
He'd be
stomach.
leaving right now. He'd be leaving the room
was
right
about-
now to the bathroom.
I was about to bring some mezcal, but this fool wanted bucanas
Nah,
instead.
Where'd you
I'm
get
not tryna
mezcal
die.
from? Your dad, huh? From Mexico?
Mexico?
Fool, I was in
Okay.
Mexico for 2 weeks. I was in the jungle. I had to get it. No, la sierra, way. I had to get that shit, or else I
had
was gonna
to.
feel like fuck.
Oh shit!
But I got some. I have to give you some later, fool. I've been keeping it warm. 'cause if I
I've been
keep it in
trying
my
to
car.
stop drinking, but
If I keep it in my
I'll take
car,
it.
you know what happened last year or 2 years ago. That shit got hot in the
But it
plastic.
tasted like
And I
plastic.
still
Hey, we
still
said-
drink it.
Yeah.
For
I was in a really bad place that in 20. That was 2020 or 20.
2020.
That was
2
2018.
years ago already.
No,
but-
that-
2019,
2019.
Nah, it was 2019 where all that
Yeah.
shit happened. I was not in a good place.
Yeah.
But I want to see what Elvin has to say about all this, or Paco. It doesn't matter.
You want to go first? I was
Well,
just gonna.
About the Paca situation.
Yeah, pretty much.
Well, basically, people wanted to know also, like, how it happened.
Mm-hmm.
And it was back in 2019. Everything was good, right? Like, everything was
Yeah.
going good. I barely left to Mexico. I left for like, I believe it was like 3 weeks, 2.5 weeks. When I left, he told me, he even texted me, so I figured everything was good. He texted me that he had money from the streaming platform
Yeah.
that he had to give me, and I was like, oh, straight. When I came back, he didn't answer anymore. And then, how much time passed? Like a month. And then he
Uh-huh.
called, you remember he called me out of nowhere. And, well, basically, yeah, he didn't want to talk with us anymore. But, I mean,
Yeah.
Yeah.
I feel like go.
like what you said, the pressure. But
No, yeah, that's what I was gonna say too. That we can't really drag him, drag him
Exactly.
to try to try
Nope.
to get an answer out of him. And I feel like we were pressuring. If it feels like we're pressuring him to say something or to act on something, then it's not gonna. The music is not gonna come out good, and then the friendship too. Like we were good friends at that time, and I don't know what happened, but I feel like if we were to go down that same route, the music wouldn't be as good with us, like having that disconnect.
So that
Yeah.
tension. I feel like
and able to have good music, you need to be cool with everybody, like
Yeah.
friendship wise, business wise, like it has
you know,
to be.
and I want to say right now to if Pacas, if he ever sees this, that if he ever saw me as too bossy or stuff like that, I apologize to him for not understanding his decision. I don't think I went to the extent where I was bossing him in a way that was disrespectful, or telling him, hey, we got to do this shit right now. I try to give him time. We all try to give him time, but to me, nothing seemed to work. I feel like even when I remember when you, Elvin, when you were telling me, like, it's just like a ticking time bomb. Like it's not gonna end well, because we already knew like where it was headed. And that happened in 2019. So 2019 we were looking for other alternatives, like where do we go? That was the time we were going to Lompoc.
Yeah.
When we were practicing with Juanito.
Shout out to my boy Juanito and Juju.
Yeah.
Shout out
And
to
then-
Lompoc up there.
Shout out to Lompoc, yes sir.
So we were like, fuck, like, so if this is not gonna work, we need somewhere to go. We need a new strategy, a new plan. But it's been, I don't know, it's been hard.
And then coronavirus hit too, and then that's when it made it even harder for us to try to look for somebody, because
Hell
there
yeah.
was nobody, there was no,
We couldn't go
there was
out.
no, that we
Everything
couldn't go
was
out.
closing.
So
fucking
that made
beaches
it
were
even
closing.
harder.
I mean, we, yeah,
beach.
it made it harder. And then I don't know. I think 2020 was a chance for everybody, not just us, everybody to really think about their lives. Like, what are they
Yeah.
doing? Like, what are you doing? Like, everything shut down. You're in your house. You just have Instagram. Are you just going to go through Instagram until everything opens back up and then go back on Instagram and then just do the same thing you were doing a year ago? Or are you going to,
Yeah.
try to find a way to overcome whatever it is? It's hard. People probably see, like, when people like succeed or stuff, like, let's say when we hit our first million, they probably thought, fuck, like, that was quick, a one hit,
Mhm.
But it took us like a year or more than a year
Yeah.
to hit 1 million. You get me? Like that's a long time to
Well,
wait.
When we met up with Pepe, that song was under 20K.
Oh yeah,
Yeah.
it was.
It didn't
I
even have.
remember.
It had like 15 or less.
Yeah.
That's crazy.
15 or less. Yeah. I remember when I was happy because it was at 8K, you remember?
Fuck yeah.
And I was posting it on Facebook. I was like, sick, 8K, and then 10K, and then it stopped around like 20K, and then that's when Pepe hit us up. I also want to send a shout out to Danny's wife Leanne, because without her sending him the song, that would have not happened. We would have not.
And Danny was the drummer.
Yeah,
Oh yeah, my boy Danny.
Danny, he did not want to come out on the podcast. I'm not sure why, but it's okay. We respect that. We don't hold grudges against nobody. It's not a way to live life too, as where you hate someone. I feel like you should talk and face your fears to anything in life. You have to face them, because if you don't, it's always gonna be bugging you. You can shrug it off to the side and be like, nah, that's not bugging me.
Yeah,
That's,
you
you
can
know, I'm good. But there's this thing called your unconscious, where it's not gonna let you. It's
Not
still
gonna leave
there.
you alone.
It's not gonna leave you alone. And then when something else happens in your life later down, it's gonna come back, and all those feelings are just gonna come back to you. And
Resurface.
it's not. It's I don't know. It's not a way to live. Ideally.
Yeah, I think for the drummer and the singer, I think it'll be best if we just agreed to disagree, because I don't think, well, us right here and then them were in the same place. You know, they already had their stable family.
Yeah.
They already had
Yeah.
a life to try to settle into, and we, you know, we didn't really have anything, so we could have just continued into the music. So
Yeah, that's also like I apologize to Danny and Bacas if I never understood that, you know, to have that something stable, you know, whether it's a wife or kids. I don't have a wife or kids, so maybe I was out and I was like, oh, I'm sacrificing everything. I'm waiting until I get this music done, but you guys already had something, you know. Maybe I was pushing too much. I don't know, you know. I would really have to hear from them. Maybe I was just fucking crazy out of my mind and shit. You get me?
Yeah.
Maybe they're like, what the fuck is Andy talking about? You know, like, but tell me so I can maybe try to fix it and be like, okay, maybe I need to shut the fuck up and try to fix it, or try to fix myself, or just, hey, let's go a different route, because, you know, the way Andy's talking, he's just an alcoholic and shit.
Nah.
It was a
That's
little
cool, like,
spicy. It was a little spicy.
I would rather hear that than not hear anything. So, like, if I'm doing something wrong, then I don't even know, and I can't even fix it. You get me?
yeah,
At the same time, you might think that you were like bossy, but you got to remember that as soon as we signed that contract, our friendships turned more into friendship. It turned into an actual business. So you
Yeah.
actually bossing us, that was actually good. You know, that's where I figured out that
And I would
probably they couldn't handle it. Like, it was just too much going on for them. 'Cause like you said, they had a family. Like, Bacas wise, I don't know about Danny, but you know, like, he had other shit going on at the same time. But
and
well,
I
like-
wouldn't.
yeah, go for it.
I wouldn't even say it was bossy, but just like what we had to do, you know?
Yeah.
What we signed up for, because that's what the people were asking. Like, ultimately, it falls into the hands of the people that are asking for those songs. You know, we can't just slack on it. It's like a real job, you know. We kind of are on a schedule to keep on putting music out,
Yeah.
and if
Hell
we're
yeah.
slacking, then people.
You know, the point that Elvin made is good, because that's true. As soon as we signed, and I don't think a lot of grupos know this, as soon as you sign a contract,
Yup.
you guys are friends, you guys are close homies, but then it turns into a business. So how are you guys going to do your taxes?
Yep.
Are you guys going to be an LLC? Are you guys going to be independent or partnership? Like, what, you guys are going to split the money, but you get me? Like, that all turns into a business. And so I was still like not developed in that area. That's when I started searching. I was like, okay, like, I think we have to do an LLC, because, you know, that it's an LLC is flexible. You get me? Like, you can have members, each one of them gets a cut, whatever, like a legit business. But it never went past that stage where as to like make everything happen as a real business, because it's a lot of responsibility. People think it's all, like I said, people think it's all fun and games, but when there's money involved and there's a contract and then there's people waiting and there's this and that, and you have other problems to deal with, it can be overwhelming.
Yep. Hell yeah, bro.
So sorry about
At the end of the day, it comes to you guys became business partners, and it's hard to balance business and friends.
Yeah.
The feelings are what gets in the way most, because when it comes to business, say for example, if Andy told me, hey, you need to go do this, and I take it the wrong way, you get me?
Yeah.
And I get into my feelings, it's just not gonna work, you get me?
Yeah.
For everybody who doesn't know, our boy Caesar used to help us out with the speakers and the gigs and the nightclub.
And the security.
And the security as well as our boy
You know,
Anthony.
I think that Caesar helped me out a lot, in a way, as a true friend, because sometimes there's just people, like when you're in this in the music and there's so many people around you, you don't know who's real, you don't know who's fake, you don't know who's trying to just use you get me? And I feel like Caesar, I'm gonna say right here in front of everyone, I feel like Caesar didn't have any bad intentions. He just wanted us to succeed, and he was humble enough to like stick around and see, hey, what's gonna happen, like I believe in you guys. And people like that, they're very, very rare to find. That's why if you guys know me, you guys probably know like I'm out and about, but the people that I bring closest to me, that's hard to do, because it would be irresponsible of me to bring somebody around that can cause potential damage to the business, because he's the homie or some shit like that. You get me? So I thank Caesar for being the homie, bruh, in that way.
Nah, first of all, thank you guys, because at the end of the day, if it's up to you guys too, and like I'm not here for like the clout or anything else. I'm just here to help you guys and whatever you guys need. That's what I'm here for.
Yeah, bro. And Anthony, shout out to Anthony, because
shout out to Anthony.
I'm too much of a nice person, and everybody knows that. I'm way too nice sometimes, and Anthony was kind of the hard-headed one that didn't give a fuck who he offended, and in a way that's kind of what we needed. Because we're all humble, but there's a certain extent. So like, if we're too humble, then people are just gonna step all over us.
Yeah, taking advantage.
So there's a balance, and I think
Anthony
se pasa, bro,
Se
te
pasó.
pasaba de verga a veces, but it's all good.
We got stories.
Yeah,
to
he
tell.
was doing it for the benefit of the group back then.
Yeah.
I mean,
Yeah.
he had pure good
was.
intentions.
I didn't even
So
take a
shout out
shot.
to my boy Anthony.
Compa
He had the
Anthony.
invite, but my boy Texas man didn't want to shoot through. Bro.
Texas man.
Compa Texas
Man is a
couldn't make-
family man of his own now. He
Yeah.
got 2 kids now.
Yeah,
Shout out to
baby
them.
daddy.
Shout out to
Joanna.
Crispy Clean too.
Crispy
hell
Clean.
Oh yeah,
Crispy Clean.
crispy clean.
So what other questions did they ask for?
This is apple juice, by the way, guys.
Yeah.
Puro juguito natural.
Disclaimer.
It's actually.
So I had some questions on Instagram that I posted. I remember them. So one of the big questions was what happened to Pacas, which I kind of tried to explain already. I feel like that it was hard for him to balance a personal life and a life as an artist, and we can't really be mad about that. I mean, there's been a lot of people that kind of took it out on us, like, oh, Akiles ain't the same. Like, yeah, like, duh, like
Yeah.
we know that's not the same because the main singer's not there.
Yup.
Yeah.
It's not anybody's fault. It's not Paca's fault. It's not our fault. It's just life happens.
Yeah,
and
it's not something we could have controlled.
exactly. It's not something that anyone can control, and things like this happen, and you just have to learn how to go with the flow and make your decisions, so you can continue on towards your goal. Whatever your goal is, maybe his goal was to be a family man, not an artist anymore. So if that was the case, then he did not make a mistake in leaving the grupo. He made the right decision in pursuing his goal, which was to be a family man, and that can be respected. The only thing that I disagree on is that the way he did it, he should have talked to the fans, made a minute-long video saying, "Hey, you know what? I left because fuck Andy. You know, straight up. You know, I don't like how he was, or I left because I had too much responsibility and you guys didn't get it. You get me? Or, it could have been anything, but you I feel like we owe it to the fans, not for us, but to the fans. There's fans there's people that just want to be in an achievement, but then there's fans that really just want to know, like, hey man, I really like you guys' music. So I feel like we owe the fans that
That explanation.
the explanation. I don't. The other question was that. I remember the other question was what was it?
If you guys, if your style is gonna be the
Yeah,
same,
if
or
the style is
different.
gonna be the same or different. So do you guys want to answer that? I feel like I'm talking too much.
Well, I think
Nah,
I think even if we were to stay with Bacchus or any other singer for that matter, the style is changing in the music industry itself, so we wouldn't really be
The same.
if that were to die out, the genre of music we were doing, then it wouldn't really be a good thing to follow that. But I would always try to have the music influence me, So wherever the music is going, that's where we're gonna lead
That's
to.
true.
And right now, what's hitting right now, I feel like that's something we could get influenced by, but also have a little bit of our old, flavor in there,
Yeah.
music wise.
Yeah, I feel like it's pretty much it's gonna be hard to try to keep the same exact style, obviously, when the lead singer is but obviously the instruments are gonna sound the same style, just with a different singer. So I hope that we accomplish a style as to where it's a little bit of the old, but some new shit.
Yeah.
So you can say, oh fuck, like that's new, like it's dope. Like
Yeah.
I missed old Akiles, but this shit sounds hard too. You get me? That's
Yeah.
pretty much the goal, and I hope you guys like it. And people that don't like the new style, I don't know what to tell you. You can listen to our other songs on Spotify, the older ones. It's all good.
We don't hate.
Yep.
It's gonna be different. I think you guys should be, like, the audience should be ready for that different style, because, like Paco said,
Yeah.
everything's changing.
Yeah. Oh my gosh.
Like, you guys have to keep up to date. You guys can't like.
Yeah, and that was the thing. Like,
But it's gonna be fire, cause it's fire.
what do you guys say about that, Elvin?
Now, well, I took part in one of the next song that's coming out, or the one after the next one.
Yeah.
Yeah.
But the style, the instruments, the guitar, the bass, everything, the music. If you're a real fan, you're gonna know that it's gonna sound the same. The
Mhm.
instrument wise, the only thing that's gonna change is the voice and the letra, and yeah, that's probably about it. But the style, my boy Andy and my boy Parker are gonna same style, same old vibe as 2017.
Yeah.
My boy.
Yeah.
The another question that was asked, which is an important one, I forgot to get to it, is are Akiles getting back together? So with that, pretty much when everything happened, everyone kind of went their own ways, which
Mhm.
is not bad. Like I said, if you have a goal in mind, you should chase after that. Whatever. So we're gonna Elvin got a group already.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah.
He's from Los Bajadores.
Shout out to Los Bajadores.
Shout out to
Shout
my
out
boy
California.
Kyle. Shout out to my boy Fercho and Rodri.
Shout out to
Oh, yeah.
those fools.
It's been a couple of months, but started a new. It's more old school music for the people.
Yeah.
More old school vibe.
To be honest, in that there's a lot of money in that.
Yeah, there is.
There's a lot of money
Like
because
gigs, yep.
gigging every weekend, like not even us as Akiles would gig every weekend. It
We
was, It
would.
was hard.
There
Like
were-
we would, but
There were
like,
times where
but not like we didn't have that
That audience.
no, not the audience, but the music not all of the music, because we had mostly new stuff and not like the old stuff. You get
Oh,
me?
yeah.
Like,
Yeah.
so like, but people want to hear old stuff a lot. Like that's like perfect for gigs, you know. And like,
Yeah.
I think you can make a lot of money off of that. And
Well, if you just want to party, old stuff is trust me, bro. But if you don't want to party and you want to ride in your car, listen to Los Akiles. Fuck.
yeah, that's true.
Yeah.
That's true. That's true. El
Yeah.
PLDS smacking, bro.
Music is for everybody. Everybody likes different.
Yeah, man.
But
Shout out
there's
to-
money for everybody. The money for everybody. Ain't no
Yeah.
hating here.
So, the answer to that would be only, we're gonna make music as long as it's good, but obviously the drummer and the singer won't be participating, and then Elvin, when he can or if he wants to, he
Yes,
can
I'll,
participate.
I'll still be featuring.
participate.
I'll still be featuring in future projects. I'll be more than happy to help on my
Yeah.
boys. Yes, sir.
And you know that's what it's about. You know, like I noticed that one time we went to Wounded Elvin, when I saw you with your accordion, you look all happy and shit. You look all
Yeah.
high. I was like, you know, this is what it's about. You know, like making music with like people that you respect, and like that got me happy. I was like, fuck yeah, you know, like it's cool. And then Juanito and Ju coming along, that was real cool.
Yeah,
too.
it was a really good vibe, bro.
I have a lot of respect for them. For whatever reason, we couldn't work something out before when everything happened, but as time went on, we were kind of just like, fuck, like time is passing. Like
Yeah. we gotta do
2020
something.
was like that.
It
Like
did, it
2020 was
came
like
by
that.
Quit.
And
Yeah.
like out of nowhere it was 2021, and I was like, what the fuck? And I was still sitting. I was like, fuck, what are we doing? Like let's release some music. Like people are being like, oh, where's podcasts? And you know, the old Akiles. Yeah, but like I'm not gonna be sitting here and just waiting for something to happen. You get me? I gotta do something.
Yeah, and
I can't be. It's just I don't know. I can't do that.
I would be helping out, you know, different musicians that needed a bass player, and I would miss that. You know, I would miss that vibe, that you know, like just going out to play and like, you know, doing what you love, playing music. I missed that. So I kind of did feel like, damn, we do have to do something, because I have all this energy to put into the music,
Exactly.
like with creativity, and there's nowhere to release it, you know. And I think that's important to get out as much as you can.
Yeah.
And we're still young, so we could still do that, but we just have to start. So
Yeah, I feel like it's just I don't want to look back and regret shit and be like, fuck, we never did this. We waited too long. Time is moving. Like
Time only
the
goes
songs
forward.
the songs that are coming out are way different style, you know. There's a lot of new cats, you know. I want to give a big shout out to Javier Grand and Alejandro Grand and Grand Records, because they bought me in, and they gave me work right there at Grand Records, and it really got me to see like how much new talent there is, how much new people, and how fast it's going.
Yeah.
I think they're very smart in that way of like keeping up with the pace. They could keep up. They could keep up. What's new? Because we're on that. What's new? Because we're who's up next? Because we're on that too. You get me? And that's very hard to do, because if you don't have the right connects, or if you don't have the right mentality to do that, you're just gonna be like, fuck, this is too much.
Behind.
Like, you get me? And I think Grand Records is a company that stays ahead of its time, and that one of the things that I like that they do is that they do things no matter how it comes out, but they do them, and if they do them wrong, then they do it again, and they do it again, and they're just gonna keep doing it. You get
And
me?
for everybody that doesn't know, that's where Junior H came from.
Yeah.
That's where
Well, that's where I met Junior. Yeah, that's where I
where we
met
all
Junior.
met.
H.
for everybody that doesn't know, Junior H's first concert was in Lancaster, California.
With us.
It was in Terre when my boy Andy rented it out. We did the event. I was helping in security.
That was a long
We're
time
doing
ago.
a
I can't
flyer
believe
party.
that motherfucker blew up, dog.
Yeah.
That's fucking dope. It's incredible, but
That's
it's like
crazy.
like damn, that motherfucker.
I guess
really-
it's just one of those things, because I guess it's because he wrote his songs and he didn't try hard he just was himself. You
And
get
all
me?
the- yeah,
and
and
he,
he never
just
stopped.
kept
And
writing.
he never
Yup.
stopped, and he doesn't stop. Bro.
Yeah,
Yeah.
and there's that new genre that
Sad boys.
I don't want to. Yeah, I don't want to
Sad
say that
boy.
he came up with, but he led the movement, and it's kind of like like Sad Boys, you know. It's kind of that genre of music, like the darker or the sadder type of music, but a lot of people
Yeah.
like that,
A
including
lot, yup.
us.
Yeah,
There's a lot of
and-
people that like that style.
And I think that was further possible because of Rancho Humilde. So shout out to Rancho Humilde
Yeah.
because
Well, he's
they
working
just
that.
put gas on the fire, bro.
Yeah, yeah, they're the real leaders. You know? Funny.
All right.
Now
Fuck, man.
that you guys
I wish we had more time, but
now that you guys are coming with the new songs, new flavor, new style, new singer, what do you guys vision yourself doing next?
you want to answer, Paco? or
Anybody.
Anybody?
I was thinking about that too, and of course, I don't think we could, really look into the future like that. But,
Not too much into the future, but just say months from now. Doesn't have to be a year, 5
I
years.
think,
just
keep on-
months from now.
I think we're gonna keep on doing the same, the same music, the same vibe that we're doing right now with Juanito. But I feel like we just have to keep on doing a lot more, a lot more songs. And from there, I don't know, wherever the people take it, wherever the fan, if they like it or not.
Yeah.
I like Juanito's voice. His style is different.
I like his.
To be
new-
honest,
new
it's
song.
different from the movement that's going on now, and I think we need it.
Yeah.
But
Plus, we have a good. We have a good team. We have a good. We have good managers with good
promoters.
connections that can put us in to places where it would be harder for other labels to do. You get me? When I showed them when I showed the managers his song, usually before when we tried to tell them other singers, they would kind of like be like, oh, I don't know, this and that. But with Juanito, he was automatically like, let's record that shit.
Yeah. Yeah.
Which was dope
That's good.
because I mean he knows. We all know what music sounds like, we all know the good music from the bad music. So hopefully, the fans don't keep going back to the, but it's not Bacas and shit
Yeah.
like that.
Well, there
'Cause
are gonna be those.
obviously,
people.
Yeah, that fucking statement's always gonna be there. They're always gonna compare
But
it.
I feel like there are gonna be a lot of new followers.
Yeah, that's
You
true.
get me?
Yeah.
Yeah.
A lot of new people that are like, fuck yeah, I like this shit better than the other shit,
Yeah.
Yeah, there's an audience for everything, bro. Juanito has a fucking whole different vibe. His shit sounds good. It's original music too.
Yeah.
I'm fucking hyped to see what the fuck happens
Yeah, and
too. 'Cause that shit.
I kind of want to experiment music, instrument wise. I kind of want to experiment with new approaches of how songs are structured. And I've been trying to do that, but I didn't really have an outlet for that. We didn't have a singer for that, so we couldn't. So I couldn't put my creativity in something that could actually develop into a song. So I feel like with him, there's gonna be a new. Well, I'm gonna try to set a new path to something else, that people haven't heard.
And you got a new guitar.
Hell yeah, I'm gonna be
Finesse the
practicing
shit out
on
of
that.
Guitar Center. He put a little dent in the other guitar, and he was like, warranty. He got a brand new guitar and shit. Guitar Center. Fuck you.
Nah, but yeah, with this we're gonna keep on coming up with new songs. Hopefully we come out with something new. That the people haven't heard before.
So I want to give a advice to musicians that are going through shit. First of all, I want you to envision yourself where you want to be. If you want to win a lot of money, how much money? $5,000, $10,000, $30,000. Envision it in your head. Wake up to it. Write a little note. Put, I want $5,000 by October 31st. Write it down. Wake up. Go to sleep. Read that again. your unconscious will take over the rest of it. Your brain will do the rest for you. But you can't be lazy. So like,
yeah,
if
you
your brain,
can't expect everything to come.
I don't
you
know where if an idea comes out to you says, "Oh, you got to do this," and then you're like, "Nah." It's
I'll
not
wait
gonna
for
happen.
it to come to me.
Yeah, exactly. Like so, like envision something realistic in your head, play it over and over again. I do this when I listen to music. When I listened to Juanito's song, I kept playing it, and I had this vision in my head. I'm like, fuck yeah. That vision was pretty much for people to like fuck with the song, 'cause it's a really good song. And hopefully, it takes us to another level. Hopefully it just moves us forward.
Yeah.
Because I can tell you one thing: I do not want to go back to 2020. 2020 was one of my darkest. No, the end of 2019 and the beginning of 2020 were one of my darkest places. I do not want to go back there because it was horrible. But I've overcome that.
And you learned a lot from it. I think we all learned a lot from that year.
Yeah, you have to learn, but you have to also. I would say to musicians and to people, just everybody in general, control your emotions. Control your emotions. The way you could do that, if you're driving and someone cuts you off, someone does some dumb shit, and you scream at them and you try to hit them with your car, you're not controlling your emotions. Emotions just happen in an instant, and you can do dumb shit like crashing into someone else's car, and you're like, "What the fuck? Like, why did I do that? Just because I was mad?" Now you're here with fucking insurance and all that bullshit. So that's where I practice my emotion. If someone does something stupid on the road, I relax. I when someone does something stupid on the road, I don't even beep. That's how calm I take it, because when you're making big decisions and there's emotion involved, it's not a good way to make the decision.
And
if
it
you're
tends to get in
mad,
your way too.
And motion is also like love, anger, aggression, whatever, like jealousy, especially envy.
Yeah.
Like just put all that away and really think of the rational.
Yeah, you kind
like
of have to
how
rationalize it.
Exactly. Because if not, someone else is gonna come and do it for you and beat you
Take
at that.
take your place.
Take that advantage. You're gonna look silly doing something that you should have not said or something, and it's not. You're gonna satisfy your need to be angry or whatever, but in the long run, you're gonna look dumb because other people could control their cool and you can't. It's all about self-control.
Yeah, that's good advice.
And I don't know what else you guys want to say.
Oh,
What
and
what
take
time
a
is it right
shot.
now?
Shot
What time is it, Elvin?
Shot time.
Someone.
54.
Do you guys have an exact date when is the new music dropping?
Yeah, there
because
a
a lot
date.
of people are gonna ask that too.
Yeah, everybody.
If you guys don't have an exact date, some like a clue maybe.
Probably like a month, maybe a month.
Yeah, and
I
we're
don't know,
gonna.
maybe sooner, but we still have to do, videos and photos and all that shit.
Yeah.
Which is kind of what comes along with making music. You gotta do photos, you gotta make videos, you gotta make time, you gotta sacrifice. So we're trying to, whatever we didn't do with the old Los Akiles, we're trying to learn from that and
Yeah.
do it in this new way. Hopefully people like it. Fuck, it's fucking hot
yeah,
here, bro. I'm
It
So-
fucking
is.
sweating.
One more question.
Okay.
Another question.
Yeah, Sylvan.
Is this new songs that are coming out, is that gonna be the new singer for Akiles, or is that still pending as of the moment?
I think it is maybe because, there's no like me. I just don't want to go back. Like
Yeah. I feel
also
you.
like a lot of people ask me, what if Pacas comes back and says, like, hey, let's do songs.
Oh,
You
nope.
would have done it already.
So,
to be
like,
honest.
everyone tells me that, and I'm like, I don't think he'll do that. But it's not right for us to also be like, all right, let's record this, and then like Juanito, like,
Yeah,
just
no.
wait, like that's fucked up. Like we're gonna give Juanito his chance, and I think I have a good feeling, and it's all a process. It was a whole year till we had our first million, so
Yeah.
we have to be patient.
Yeah, and if the people like it, I think that'll motivate us more to.
I think they will, because when music is good, people are gonna like it.
Yeah.
That's
Hopefully.
no doubt.
Yeah, bro, it's
Hopefully.
really dope. I think he fits the
Criteria.
yeah, he fits it perfectly with your style of and everything. Can't wait to see what the fuck happens.
And you
I'm
guys
Let's bring him
out. Mesh really good when you guys hang out. You guys look like y'all
Yeah,
having
that's
fun.
that fool's hell of a dude.
Yeah, they're
dog.
all having fun. Like I think that's the most important thing. Like having fun with what you guys love to do.
Yeah.
He should come out on one of these podcasts.
Yeah,
bro.
if any-
Next
Anybody-
week, bro.
need to
If
bring
they
it.
want to,
If
comment
help,
down
that'll be
below.
dope.
Episode
We're gonna
two.
play one of
Episode
our
two, people.
one of the
Episode two,
songs
be
that we're gonna
expecting.
release just a little bit though,
A
because
little snippet.
I don't want the managers to be like, "Hey, Andy, what the fuck, bruh?"
Hey, bro, y'all
Can't be
fucking
doing
up the
that.
money.
Can't be
You can't
doing that shit,
fucking
bruh.
up the bag.
You can.
Can't be fucking up the bag.
Now we'll play a little song for you guys when we bring him out. Hopefully he's able to come.
Crazy. So y'all be expecting and tuning into episode 2.
Yeah, I
Episode
think we
two.
should do an episode 2. And if everyone can just come and play the accordion for that one song.
We'll talk about more
Sick.
stories,
Yeah.
What's
more stuff.
Oh, yeah,
Legendary
we forgot
story.
to. Yeah, we forgot to talk about other stories. Good
Legend-
times, the good times about.
Yeah, we'll talk about the good
times and the
times.
bad times because you have to say it all.
Yeah.
But
You
thank
know
you,
the
Alvin,
truth.
for coming out. And
Thank you. Thank
is
you
there
guys.
anything else you want to say, or you guys?
Just keep on playing music.
Thank
Our
you
music,
guys.
Everybody.
especially.
Thank you guys. Thank you.
Yeah.
Tune in for the new music of Akiles
Tune in.
coming out within probably next month, within a month.
Tune
gonna
in
be-
to Los Akiles.
It's gonna be 2 songs, 2 cool ass songs.
And hopefully
Fucking
more,
spitting,
because
yeah.
we're this weekend we might meet up and make more songs.
Yeah.
Uh,
Hopefully.
so
It all
thank you guys. I
depends.
hope that answered most of you guys' questions. You know, we can't speak for Bacas and his, his mentality or what he thinks. It's impossible, but we've tried to explain our side of the story as best we can and as humble as we can. And I just, from this day on, I just want people to know and Bacas to know and Danny to know that I don't have any grudges. I don't want to live my life where I'm always like, oh, like, fuck, this happened because of them. Like, nah, like, it's just life happens, and I'm not gonna walk around with that weight on my shoulder, and not be happy because of something that happened 2 years ago. I'm
Yeah.
just gonna let it go from this day on. If people ask me what happened to Akiles and this stuff, I'm just gonna send them the link to this video, and then they can, see for themselves. I want to put this behind me, and I hope you guys want to put this behind yourselves too.
Yeah.
We can always cherish the memories, but I don't want anyone to cherish the bad shit that happened. I just want everyone to be like, this happened, but I learned this from it, and that's
Yeah.
it. I hope you guys take this as a lesson too in your business or whatever. There's shit that happens that's gonna fucking suck,
Yeah.
but
It's
if
gonna
you
teach
know,
you.
yeah, it's gonna teach you, and it's up to you if you want to keep going. If you don't want to keep going, you want to just stop, then that's up to you. But that ain't us, bro.
Yeah.
All right, well, that's it. Thank you, Caesar. Thank you,
Paco.
Alvin. Thank you,
Thank you,
Paco.
Alvin.
Thank you, Bucanas Deluxe,
you,
for getting me
Andy.
lit.
For giving us.
Shout out to
And
everybody.
We're out.
Thank you.
All right then.